right, so I'm standing on the set for our main stage show that is Leaves, Trees, Forest. Woo, woo, woo! He must be in it. Yeah, that's it. This is great. Fabulous show, great reviews all over the place. I'm supposed to plug stuff because that's what I do. And then I have to get on to that more serious part of the evening. If you have a cell phone, we ask at this time that you turn it to a non-audible, non-illuminated, non-photographic, non-textable setting, otherwise known as off. Now I say that because clearly in the world I live in, there is not agreement or consensus on what off is. Off is none of those things. It should not light up. If your baby is in the show, if your friend, somebody you went to school with, and you don't click off pictures during the show. See? This is why I have to go over what off is. You can't take pictures with your phone if your phone is off. And more importantly, the stage is uneven. If you snap a flash in his eyes, he literally could fall down and go boom, and it's an entirely different show. Thank you. Because it's rude if I hit the people that buy tickets, but it's perfectly fine for you to come. Alright, a couple of other things to hit before we go. That door actually stays open throughout the performance for two reasons. One, restrooms are located on the other side of the brick wall if you have to step out for any reason. And did I start with one? You did? Then I will be going to two. Yep. There's a bar on the other side. Makes sense for where the bathroom is and why the door is open. So if you're inclined, we only have one rule about bringing beverages in, that when you're done, you take whatever you brought them in with you as you exit, because we have no paid cleaning staff. Moving on. That was like an epiphany or something? Like, this is a very small room and we are very poor people. But we like nice scarves. Moving on! On Sundays, that's it. Sunday nights. Real quick before we bounce in. So these extended jams, really simply, it's one act, one night. It's an uncurated event. So basically what happens is people log on. We do the whole year, we book all of them at once. And we basically open up our stages so we can support and nurture the art here. Some of those shows then go on to actual short runs that are curated. And this year, this particular run, Sunday's show is The Fabtionary, featuring Osiris Capera, a fabulous talent, and he looks really good in makeup and a dress. And that's part of his show, so I'm not just saying that. But he does look really good in makeup and a dress. You should see him in a dress. You should be like, that is the prettiest man ever. Truth is truth. On Wednesdays at 7:30, gotta read your own card. Melissa Dupre is here doing her show Sexomedy. Woo! And in that show she reads nursery rhymes on stage. No, it's pretty much as advertised. It's a show talking about all kinds of naughty bits. It's actually really funny, and I blush, and that's really hard for me. Moving along. The Joyce Foundation in its infinite wisdom has seen fit to give us a challenge grant in the amount of $30,000. Yeah. I didn't discover that the challenge was that we had to raise $30,000 first before they would give us their money. So much like NPR, if somebody would like to write a check for $30,000 right now, I would never have to do this speech again.
My family's real.
You know what? I'm willing to risk it. If you want to write it, I will take it. If $30,000 is a bit much for you, and yet you are still inclined after the show, there will be someone outside, or you can log on to our website if you'd like to make a contribution. I have plugged everything that I am supposed to plug. I only have one other thing to say. First, thanks for coming out. Really, there's no reason to do shows without you. And two, make them feel welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, Joshua Torres, one night only.
Follow the sign, 'cause I don't know where they'll lead. Follow the sign, yes, I follow the sign, 'cause I don't know what life brings. Follow the sign, follow the sign, I follow my breath, 'cause I don't really know what the day holds next. I follow the signs, yes, I follow the signs, 'cause I don't know where they'll lead. I follow the signs, yes, I follow the signs, 'cause I don't know what life brings. Follow the signs, 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 follow the signs. People look around, or you have what you see, or does the sign bring on misery? Know that you have exactly what you need. Temptation to fool you, it comes naturally. Bring back the love, drop the murder weapon. She's the chosen daughter, and he's the chosen son. Live for today, all of the way. Never will you feel your love is a shame. Signs, yes, I follow the signs, 'cause I don't know where they'll lead. I follow the signs, yes, I follow the signs, 'cause I don't know what life brings. Follow the signs, 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 follow the signs. Welcome to One Night Only, the Joshua Torres story. Basically how the evening's gonna go tonight is I'll play a couple of songs, tell a couple of stories, and that's basically how it's gonna go, alright? So we'll just jump right into it. So, 2009, I had just graduated from DePaul University. On time, thank you very much. 3 days afterwards, I'm in Massachusetts, Cape Cod, doing Take Me Out, my first professional gig, and I'm loving it because I'm trying to figure out whether or not I want to start my career in Chicago or in New York. So it's nice to be away from both so I'm not influenced by them. So I'm out there doing the shows, great time, and I visit New York one more time just to make sure whether or not I want to be in Chicago, start my career in New York. At the time, I was gung-ho on Chicago, but then Showcase came and kind of changed my mind. So I visited New York, and I stayed with my friend Luke, who's in the audience right there. Big up to Luke. After party at Luke, holla at him and all. Okay? And so I'm in New York City, and I mean, it's a crazy city. It's unique. There's no city really like New York. So I'm there and Luke's going through it, him and his girl are breaking up, and I'm like, look, I know times are hard and you're going through it, but I'm only here for about 5 days, so come on, we're going to have some fun. So we go out, because I ain't got time for the bullshit. We go out, and we meet these two girls, and we hit it off, and the whole time I'm there, we kicking it with these two girls. It's not like that. We don't get intimate with them or nothing. They're just they're really cool girls. We just kick it. So, anyways, long story short, they invited us to this bar called Zebulon, and there is a performer by the name of Marquise Tolliver, and he's playing classical violin, and then he switches it up and he starts playing the single ladies, and then he starts to sing while he's playing the violin. And I don't know about you, but I had never seen that before. So he's playing the violin and like singing, blowing, and then he starts playing his songs, and they're beautiful. And it was in that moment in time that I realized New York was it. I wanted to be around that talent, immersed in it and inspired by it. So I don't even go back to Chicago. I go straight from the Cape to New York City, just jump in the water and we'll figure out how to swim as we go along. So I'm packing my things up and I get a call is Arthur Sawyer, who was doing the show with me, and he's like, "Did you find a place to live yet?" I'm like, "Nah, my uncle's not gonna let me stay with him, but I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out." He's like, "Boy, you better quit playing. Come stay with me and my family in New Jersey." So I stayed with him for a week in New Jersey. Then I stayed with his sister for a week. Then I stayed with a friend of my dad's for a day. Then I stayed in Fabergé's high school friend's room. Fabergé, big up. I stayed in her room for a week, and I'm running out of options here. So I booked a hostel because I don't know what else to do. But there was something in the back of my mind telling me, you know, pay the cancellation fee. It's only $5 just in case. And sure enough, within that week span, I get a phone call. It's like, "Hey, Joshua, it's Nene. Come party with us. We're in New York." And as you can tell from my amazing accent, Nene is a Russian girl that I met in the Cape. So, I don't know anybody. So I go out with her. And the craziest thing is, we're on this train. It's 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm sitting on the train, and directly across from me is another girl that I met in the Cape. And I'm like, "What are you doing here?" She's like, "I just moved here. I'm looking for an apartment and a roommate." I'm like, "No way, I just moved here. I'm looking for a roommate and an apartment." So we exchange information. She calls me the next day, and we take a look at this apartment. And we're like, "All right, as long as it's cleaned up and they paint the walls, it's perfect." So I move all of my stuff in there, my suitcase, backpack, and guitar, because that's all I have. And it looks exactly the same way that it looked when we saw the apartment. And I'm like, "Are you serious?" So on top of that, it's the coldest day in New York since I had been there, and there was no heat on. So I go over to the local Walgreens, I buy a Snuggie. I curl up on the dirty, cold floor, and I go to sleep. I know you're probably thinking, "Damn, you a mess right now." But I was happy to be in this new city and excited about being a new professional actor. So I was like, "You know what? I'll get through this." And it just kind of inspired me. And the first song that I wrote in New York was this song. It's called "Change." Money, no honey, fortune, no fame. Tired, cold, and hungry, and lonely. Seems all I can do is sit here and say. And I know that something has to change, yes it does. I know tomorrow's got to bring some change, yeah, yeah. People plugged into boxes, attached to all of their ways. I wonder if they can hear me, or if it's too late before I open my mouth, my words were erased. The answers I seek hide in tomorrows, yes they do. So all I have here with me are seconds to follow, yeah, yeah. And I know that something, yeah, has to change, yes it does. And I know tomorrow's got to bring some change, yeah. And I know you can't have everything, and the content one is the rich man. I'm not trying to complain, but I know money changes hands. York. And, I'm new, man. I don't know anybody. So I'm walking around the city a lot, and I'm just like clearing my mind and thinking about my career and the things I want to do. And I find it very meditating and healing. And I like to explore where I'm at so I can, you know, conquer the territory. And the next song that I wrote is this song, and it's called Walk. But I want to teach you something to sing with me. So I'm going to teach you. I'll sing it once, then I'll sing it with you on the second time, and then you're going to sing it by yourself, right? Right? Yeah. Yeah? Maybe? No, I need some commitment on that. Alright, so we'll get into it. So it goes something like this, alright? No. Oh, mama, no. Oh, no. Oh, alright, some people already know. Sing with me. No. Open the door to what I call on for now. Fresh air and the sun radiate behind dark clouds. So I walk with my shadow. I walk to ease the pain. Yes, I walk. I walk to simply remain, yeah. And I walk from my shadow. I walk to feel the pain. Yes, I walk to where I'm shallow. In hopes I'll walk again. In hopes to clear my brain. Sing with me. No. I get a job.
Woo! Yes. People, leave them alone. Look at me.
And I'm working at this gay club called The Monster, doing coat check. Money on.
Yes, for the monster. Yes, for the monster.
And I to meet a young lady, and we hit it off. We got intimate, no sex, just a little kissing and cuddling. I like cuddling. And afterwards, she act like nothing happened, and I'm not the type to not bring things to attention. So I was like, yo, talk to me. We both grown. What's good? And she's like, I just got out of a relationship, and your touch reminds me of my ex. And I'm like, all right, no doubt, I can understand that. We can be friends, and that's fine. But I don't regret a thing. And she inspired this next song. It's gaining popularity. It's called Regret, with a question mark. Maybe we got too close. Maybe we moved too fast, but I don't regret a thing. Maybe we moved too fast. Maybe we got too close, but I don't regret a thing. Permanent scratches on your back.